When you think of Santa Claus, you probably picture a jolly old man in a red suit, flying through the sky in a reindeer-powered sleigh. But the origins of this beloved holiday figure are a lot less Coca-Cola commercial and a lot more, well, medieval crime drama. Our story begins in the 4th century in Myra, a small town in modern-day Turkey. Here lived a man named Nicholas, a bishop known for his piety, generosity, and, oh yeah, for allegedly resurrecting dead children. One popular tale goes like this. A butcher lured 3 boys into his shop, murdered them, and planned to sell their meat as pork. Yummy. But Nicholas wasn't having any of it. He confronted the butcher, prayed intensely, and miraculously brought the kids back to life. Now that's typical saint behavior right there. In another story, Nicholas saved 3 men from execution by stopping the sword mid-swing. Now, we have no idea exactly what you have to say to a jacked executioner mid-swing. We can only assume Saint Nick had a magic way with words. But Nicholas's kindness wasn't all about dramatic rescues. He was also known for anonymously leaving gifts for the poor. One legend tells of him tossing bags of gold through a poor man's window to save his daughters from being sold into slavery. Some versions say he used the chimney. Coincidence? We think not. Fast forward a few centuries and the legend of Nicholas spreads across Europe. In the Netherlands, he became Santa Claus, a bishop in red robes who traveled by boat or even on horseback to deliver gifts to well-behaved children. Sound familiar? But things got really weird in 1823, when American poet Clement Clarke Moore wrote "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." This poem rebranded Nicholas as a plump, jolly elf with a flying sleigh, 8 reindeer, and a cookie addiction that remains unbroken to this day. Talk about a glow-up. From resurrecting butchered children to eating cookies by the fireplace. Quite the career pivot. But not everything about Nicholas's legacy stayed cheerful. In parts of Europe, Santa Claus has a creepy sidekick named Krampus, a horned demon who literally punishes naughty kids by whipping them with branches. Check out our full video on that right after this. Even today, the Santa Claus we know and love has some unsettling undertones. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Kind of makes you wonder, how exactly does he know all of this? The last thing left for us to explain is the classic red suit Santa of today. Well, in 1863, Santa appeared on the cover of Harper's Weekly, dressed in stars and stripes. But this was down to the artist Thomas Nast being a Union supporter during the Civil War. However, by 1868, he had evolved to commonly wearing a red jacket, a green hat, and wait for it, no pants. Thankfully, this fashion disaster was short-lived. Finally, in 1881, Thomas Nast redrew and redressed Santa entirely in red, giving us the look we recognize today. But even then, the red suit wasn't universal. For some reason in 1902, there was a switch back to green when Santa graced the cover of The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. But eventually, red won out, thanks in part to illustrators like Norman Rockwell and, of course, Coca-Cola. From 1931, artist Haddon Sundblom created a series of Coca-Cola ads featuring Santa in his now famous red suit. These ads ran for over 3 decades, cementing the look in pop culture. So there you have it, the full evolution of one of the most recognized figures on the planet. From the Turkish crime-fighting, butcher-bashing bishop, to the jolly pre-diabetic cookie and Coca-Cola fueled fella riding a sleigh through the sky at night. The St. Nicholas to Santa Claus transformation is complete. Thanks for tuning in, happy holidays, and as always, keep questioning the past to understand the present. See you in the next rewind.